that was a stream of consciousness video if ever there was one. So I'm doing some minor bar maintenance because I rarely ever do that and I need to do that more often. And so in the meantime I thought, hey, let's talk about straps. These type of straps here, lifting straps, because they're a thing. We're not going to talk about how to use them or how to make them because we've got videos on those, and if I'm on my editing game, we'll link to those in this video and we'll put them in the description below this video as well, so you can check those out. But specifically, what we're going to talk about today, real briefly, is what are viable uses for straps? When would you actually want to use straps? Okay, so there's a couple reasons you might want to use lifting straps in your training. Let's start with, and this is in no particular order, if you're an Olympic lifter, so you're regularly training the snatch and the clean and jerks, you're using the hook grip quite a bit, your thumbs can tend to get beat up, and you've got to practice using the hook grip on your competition lifts, on your snatch, on your cleans, because that's part of practice for your sport. However, you might want to use straps, let's say, on your deadlifts, because your thumbs are already getting kind of beat up. Your hands in general might be getting kind of beat up. So that's a real good option there for Olympic lifters, is to use their straps on their deadlifts, on their rows, which brings us to another option. Rows are a great time to use straps. Let's see, what else? If you've got like a secondary or a lighter deadlift day, that's a real good time to use straps to kind of save your hands just a little bit. They tend to get a little beat up. If you've got an injury, let's say you've sprained a finger or you've broken a finger, or maybe a deformity actually. Maybe you're actually missing a thumb or part of a finger or something like that, or a neurological impairment where one hand can't squeeze as tight as the other. That's a great reason to use straps, because the other option in that case would be to simply not pull at all, and that doesn't seem like that great of an option. So that's a great reason to use straps right there. One more thing I forgot, back off sets. Let's say on your heavier deadlift day, you've got maybe a top set of deadlifts and then you've got some back off sets afterward. I probably would recommend pulling your top set with your regular grip, whether that's a hook grip or a switch grip. Go ahead and pull your top set with that grip. But then your back off sets, that's probably a viable use for using your straps at that time to kind of save your hands. Remember, the deadlift, it's a great strengthener of the hands if you let it be. Obviously, it's a great strengthener of your legs, of your hips, of your back, but it's also a great strengthener of your hands if you let it be. That is to say, if you force it to be, by actually making yourself hang on to what you're lifting, okay, with your hands. Sometimes not to use straps. Going back to Olympic lifting, don't ever use straps. Don't ever use these things on cleans. They have this thing called YouTube. You can look it up. You can find some really cool videos of people breaking their wrists who have done cleans with straps. So don't use straps on cleans. Some people will use snatches. Will use straps with snatches, but don't use them on cleans. Other things, if you're running through your linear progression, don't use straps. Just hang on to your deadlifts. It's one set of 5. You're either going to use your hook grip, and if you can't hook grip, whether it's because of the size of your hand doesn't permit you to maintain the grip on the bar, or because you're a weenie and you need to use a switch grip. But either way, hook grip or switch grip, use those. There are viable reasons, by the way, to not use a hook grip. So although I said the weenie part in jest, it may be the case that the hook grip is actually a bad option for you. If your grip is compromised because you're not being able to hang on to it with the hook grip, don't try to, be the best man you possibly can be or the best woman you possibly can be and stick with the hook grip. Just move over to the switch grip, but train those grips, practice those grips, okay? So if you're running your linear progression, just do your deadlifts as normal, don't use your straps. But there are some viable uses for straps. Probably wouldn't recommend them for pull-ups, although I guess I've never tried. I can't really see the point, but perhaps you could try them out. Anyway, hope this was useful. If it was, you know the drill. Please let us know. Leave a comment or give us a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button. We will see you next time, and as always, we hope this helps you get stronger and live better.